I'm here.
Thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. Next to the stage, we have the Lawrence Report, who has been covering X-Men all season and has other prime time content. Let the people know.
Yeah. It's your boy, the Lawrence Report. You may call me Lawrence for short, because that is my first name. But yeah, been covering this X-Men 97 from the jump. I'm a big fan of superheroes, Marvel, DC, you name it. Also, I'll talk about some of your other favorite, as she said, primetime shows as well. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate the welcome.
Absolutely. Next to the stage, you know her. You know her, you've seen her, because I think she's the hardest working woman on YouTube. Tamika's Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. And this was kind of surprised because I didn't know Tamika watched X-Men. As soon as I found out, I was like, you gotta come.
Yes, I love X-Men. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love all like superhero, and I'm not, an expert with the comics. My son be having to, give me the lowdown on that, but I'm definitely into. I was like, I've been watching, I've been enjoying, I've been thinking, it's been amazing for me. So yeah, I'm glad to be able to be here.
Thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. And then finally, last but not least, Monique Johnson, honey. Listen.
Yeah, Storm in the building, honey.
Exactly. And she was just at Comic-Con. And I was like, oh, I got to tell her. She's like, count me in. Welcome.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that y'all are here. And so we are going to jump right in it, honey, because y'all know I came with slides because I wouldn't be me without them. Okay. And so we are into it. X-Men 97, Mutant Mayhem. Okay. And so what I want to know from the panel, and we're just talking about X-Men 97 this season, who was your favorite character this season? And I will start with Monique 69.
If you haven't known already, it's obviously Storm. That's my girl.
Storm is your okay. Tamika, who's your favorite character?
This is a little hard because I'm always gonna rock with Storm. I think I would have definitely just been saying her right off the bat, but I think I became a fan of Gambit with this particular series. And I do like oh god, why am I forget his name? My blue man.
Beast.
Yes. I do rock with him too. But I'm gonna say Gambit out of this series, right? This
I'm here for that. I'm here for it. Okay. Lawrence, what about you?
I gotta go with the lady herself. I'm talking about Oro Monroe Storm.
Aurora. Okay.
Yeah.
Last but not least. What about you?
I see ain't nobody said this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them on out there. Magneto, period.
Ooh.
That's a hard thing. You might have to
I'm
expound.
not mad at that.
Right. Hey.
It's okay.
Magneto, every time he opened his mouth, he was just spitting bars all season.
Period. Yes. And we're definitely going to get to him. We're going to get it. We're going to get into Magnus. Okay. We're going to get into him. And y'all, and nobody said my person. So, she's my girl in a bag of pearls. She always will be Rogue. She's always that girl. Okay. Yeah. Good, bad, indifferent. I've had a love affair with Gambit and Rogue for years. So Tamika, I feel you on Gambit, and I feel like he finally got the shine he deserved. We haven't seen Gambit in his fullness in ages. So
absolutely.
This blessed me. Okay. Now for the poll, you guys, and welcome everybody in the chat. We appreciate you being here. But feel free to vote in the poll. So the poll says, was this X-Men, right? X-Men 97 better than the original cartoon series? I want you to be thinking about that. And at the end, we will reveal, right, what the people have to say. Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. Let's see. Blurs. Absolutely. I'll take that, John Watson. I'll take it. Support Gaming says Cable, Storm, Wolverine, Gambit in that order. Okay. And John Watson says Gambit was a real one. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's do it. So now that we have that out of the way, we're gonna go one by one. I want you guys to talk about your overall thoughts. What did you think about X-Men 97? And I'm starting with UK. What'd you think?
I thought this series was amazing. I'm glad we didn't get too many like teasers about what it was going to be or trailers about, giving everything was a surprise. Every episode was a surprise. Every episode brought something new. I was never bored with this series. I love the character This series made me like Cyclops.
I can't stand Scott, but you're
I
right.
can't either. This series was like, okay, he might be
Yeah, I
doing a little
agree.
something. If you make me like Scott, this got to be some good writing.
Okay.
Turn my opinion around. This series actually it gave everything that we were hoping for and more. I was gonna watch it, period, because I'm an X-Men fan anyway, but it exceeded my expectations. And I just anybody did you watch X-Men? Did you watch X-Men? You need to catch up because
Right.
if you ain't caught up on X-Men, this is the series to watch. I am so happy Disney Plus brought this out. You know what? And I'm glad they did it episode by episode because this would have been too much to binge. This was too much.
It was chock full, loaded, impact. Like you said, every episode, I was like, you're not serious. Like I was laughing, I was crying. It was all the things. Okay, Lawrence, what about you? What were your overall thoughts?
For me, as somebody who watched it back in the day, this right here, this alliteration was 10 times better than what we had back in the day. That brother, Bo DeMayo, did his thing with this series right here. And I know that Marvel allegedly fired him, right? But they got to sign that petition. We got to get him back at
where
Marvel.
it's at.
I don't care.
What petition?
Right.
I don't care if he got fired for creating an OnlyFans account. Who doesn't have an OnlyFans account these days? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. But no, X-Men 97, incredible. Every episode, the stakes was high. The writing, incredible. Yeah, it was just that good.
Everything. Listen, I said the same thing. I said, what could have been on that man's OnlyFans? People like, let me keep my mouth shut. People be doing stuff, right? Like, what could he possibly be doing on the OnlyFans? Because he did his big one. Monique, what about you? What were your thoughts overall for this season?
When I first heard it was coming out, I was hyped. I was eager to see what in today's 2024 time, how would it be for it to be the 97? Because I did watch 92 in real time back in the day, and I enjoyed that. So I was hyped, and I'm a comic book head as well, so I'm a little geek on that on that side. So I was excited and I was thoroughly entertained. And the episodes were surprising, and like you kind of can hint who was gonna be in each episode by looking at the intro.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't catch that, but you still was surprised by how the outcome came, or like how that came to be. So
I loved it. I agree. Tamika, thoughts overall for this season? What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought this was amazing. They didn't miss not one episode for me. I didn't have no complaints. I was enjoying it. I was looking forward to it. I'm like, wait, X-Men come on tonight. And then when we were in between waiting for the next episode to drop, I was going back to the original one and watching that one. Because even though I did watch it in real time, I didn't really remember everything. So it was kind of like, let me go back and see some of this while I'm waiting on this. I felt like an addict. I wanted it. And I agree with Lawrence. I won't forget his name because my brother's name is Lawrence. We need to sign that petition. We need this writer to keep on writing because he did an excellent job.
Listen, I'm like,
sorry, my cat talking. She was watching it too.
Listen, it was good. But no, I agree with all of you guys. It exceeded my expectations. And I was nervous, if I can be honest with you, because when you have something that's, I don't want to say the first one was near perfection because I was a kid, right? And you're experiencing it one way. Right. And I'm kind of a purist when it comes to the things that I hold close to my heart. And so I was really nervous, but it's like they stayed true to the intention of what X-Men was, but they upgraded it if it was possible. The animation was on point. The story was on point. The characters were on point. Like it gave all the things. Like I don't have, again, enough good things to say about it. I was obsessed. Okay. So now, if y'all have been rocking with me for a while, y'all know I have to throw a game in here or there. Okay. Just because we need to make the lives kind of fun. So this is the X-Men'97 trivia game. Questions are going to be sprinkled throughout. Okay. This is not for, anything serious, people in the chat, right? We're just having fun. And these questions are not super crazy, guys. But the first one is, which X-Men character celebrates their birthday in Motendo/Life Death Part 1, that episode? Okay, Kay.
Miss Fireworks Jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And there's a bonus question, y'all. Okay. And because I was rewatching it just to make sure that I was up on everything today. What nickname does Rogue call Jubilee on her birthday? Of course, before she gets sucked into the video game. She's talking to her and she's like, da-da. Do y'all know? Ooh. And it was just relevant. So it's like I had to put it in here. Any ideas? Any thoughts?
I don't remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember. And I tried to rewatch today, and mine kept freezing for some reason. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Probably me, because I was watching it. But she calls her Sweet Pea, and the people on my channel, I call them Sweet Peas, so I thought that was so cute. But anyway, moving right along. Okay, next. What was your biggest shock this season? I put a couple of example pictures in this slide. Of course, we have Storm losing her powers. We have Bastion I'm just going to say Bastion, period, right? Being the ultimate mastermind. We have Gambit being taken out. And then we have Wolverine and all of his adamantium being ripped out of his body. I want to know what y'all thought. And I am going to start with the Lawrence report.
Wow. It was a lot that comes to mind when it comes to Magneto, but I shouldn't be shocked about Magneto, but I'm going to say the Gambit. I'm going to say Gambit. When he lost his life, that changed everything. Now, we as fans, we know what's getting ready to happen next with Magneto in season 2. But yeah, for me, that was the shocker because I didn't expect him to have to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I didn't either. Hanging up there like he was on a skewer or something. Right. I ain't like it, Lawrence. Okay, Kay, what about you? What was the most shocking moment this season in your opinion?
I didn't know Magneto was going to do that. It's like you knew he was going to do it after Logan stabbed him in the back, literally stabbed him in the back. Mm-hmm. It's like you knew that he had the ability to do that because he's the only one who can. But I didn't really think he was going to go for it in that magnitude. It was at that moment where I said, wow, this is anime level violence. Y'all not holding nothing back at all. I was like, I can't believe y'all just showed this on Disney. Okay. We hit a new level with this one.
I imagine it action. Come on.
New level. Okay, Miss Monique, what about you? What was your biggest shock this season?
Episode 2, baby. The end of that. I can't feel the moisture. I can't feel Boy, that moment was like, what the episode 2?
Yeah.
Say what now? I know you lying. That's how I was.
Trauma. You hear me? I feel like they traumatized us over and over and over again.
Then my girl like that. I'm like, girl, you should never jumped in front of that blast for Magneto. So
she should have just stayed on the side in the corner.
Right.
Okay, Tamika, what about you? What was the biggest shocker for you this season? And drop it in the chat, y'all. What'd y'all think?
I felt something with all of these. I ain't even gonna lie. I was pissed about Storm losing her voice. I said, how long is this gonna be when she getting it back? Like, while y'all playing around? Definitely, the Wolverine out. But I ain't gonna lie, that Gambit, I was up because I was laying down. That was one of those I had to sit up and jump up at the TV like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember my name.
Mm,
Yeah,
Okay.
that one did it.
Oh my
mm.
gosh, trauma. Like I said, trauma over and over and over again. Okay. Support Gaming 2024 says the Genosha attack. Listen,
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh. Mm.
heartbreaking. That was like,
Yeah.
and Cable not getting there at the right time. You know what I mean? It was like if he had been
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
minute or two earlier, that was tragic. Okay. Wolverine getting his adamantium taken out as well. Yeah, that was that was a
Brutal.
cold. Okay, John Watson says Gambit beat in the comics though. Well, I need him in
Yeah.
my life because at least he showed out. I will say he went out in a blaze of glory, and you can't be too mad at that. Okay. Next question in X-Men 97 trivia. Which character reluctantly teams up with Rogue to share information about Trask and Gyrick?
Hmm. Hmm.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, because he
Was it Nightcrawler?
from a
No.
different he's from a different, I mean, it's still Marvel. I don't want to, is it a franchise? Is it considered a different franchise?
Oh, was it
Was it
Captain
Cap?
America?
Yeah.
America.
Bootleg
Yeah.
Captain America. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
y'all, but I don't like caps.
Step.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what did y'all think of that anyway? What did you think of his hesitancy? Like, just, I mean, it was on par for
On
him
par
in
for
my
yeah.
opinion. But what did y'all think of it?
Yeah, I mean, well, this isn't the Captain America that we know from this current iteration. This Captain America from back in the
True.
day, he was more of a government puppet, kind of like what Rogue was saying, right? That he was a true Boy Scout to the
Mhm.
government. He was like, listen, that's y'all over there struggling against humanity. We good over here as Avengers. So I can see why some people didn't like this version of Captain America from back in the day, because we even saw at the end he was right there by the president's side, him and Iron Man, Tony Stark.
Mhm.
Mm.
Talk about segregation. Sheesh.
Listen, it was real. And I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. I can't be the only one. I've always felt like the mutants was like representative of Black folks. So
Oh,
X-Men is always
yeah,
Yes,
been my
most
preferred
definitely.
side. I felt
Yes.
like
Yeah.
Magneto is Brother Malcolm, and I felt like X was Martin Luther King. Like
Martin.
that's
Yeah.
just in my mind
yes.
how I
Yes.
always felt. So okay. Let's go. Did Magneto really change? So if you guys are new here, new in the chat, you'll know that in the very first episode at the end, Professor Xavier bequeaths the X-Men to his longtime friend Magneto, who we know
Mhm.
is really across the aisle. I'm going to start with you, Tamika's Den. Did you think that Magneto really had a change of heart, or did you think he was faking?
No, Magneto is Magneto. I did believe that, there's a part of him that's like, Charles is my brother, he my friend, this is what he wanted me to do. But I just also feel like he true to himself and everything that he been through, and he gonna be him, no matter which way it is. He ain't gonna be nobody else. So I was like, I don't know. I was giving the side eye, like, how's this gonna go? How he gonna be running things? Yeah.
What did you think, Monique?
Like she said, Magneto's gonna be Magneto. I always had a love-hate relationship with Magneto because of that. Um, Same thing with Xavier, because he always he always want to turn the other cheek, and sometimes it don't be cause for that. But Magneto, yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with him, and at first I was giving like side eye to him because they were so welcoming. They didn't give him much pushback, for us like coming in like, yeah, Xavier left this for me to take over the X-Men. I was looking for more pushback. So I was side eyeing him at first. Then at one point I was like, oh, he might be, doing the right thing for Xavier. Right. might be all right. And then then that went to shit.
Okay, Lawrence, what were your thoughts? Did you think Magneto really had a change of heart?
Absolutely not. It's like she said at the end of the day, Magneto is going to be Magneto. You know, like Magneto has always said, why do we have to beg? And I'm paraphrasing. You know how we talked about Malcolm and Martin. Why do we have to beg for white acceptance? Why do the mutants have to beg for humanity? So at the end of the day, like you said, Magneto is going to be Magneto. The only time we saw him change was at the very last episode because he realized that he may have took it way too far. But if you ask Magneto right now, but you would have done it again, he would have said, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Kay. Last but not least, what were your thoughts? Did Magneto really have a change of heart? Did he really change?
He did in the beginning a little bit. Y'all be too harsh on my man like that. Like he really tried at the beginning. Okay, he was telling Scott to get the hell on so I can run this house by myself. I'm gonna do the right thing because Charles is my homie, so I'm gonna do the right thing. He was trying.
Yeah,
tried.
Yeah. I agree, Kay, because when he didn't unalive all of the UN seat holders, he just kind of took them up there and let them chill out. I said, "Oh, it's been a revolution." Magneto is not to say, listen, he said, "Listen, before today, if that happened to Storm yesterday, y'all all would have been
yesterday
decimated." I was like, yeah. Let's get into this chat because somebody said something in this chat, and I'm sitting here like, you got the eye, okay? Candy says Captain Planet. He. You know what? Wrong. No, Captain America.
Even though I like Captain Planet, girl, but no.
John Watson says the biggest shock for me was Apocalypse picking up Gambit card at the end because is coming. Did y'all catch that in the post credit end scene? Oh my goodness!
Yes. I had to like rewind it a couple times to really see what was happening there.
Lord, Magneto always flip-flopping every time humans do wrong.
That's what that love and hate relationship comes from.
What's going on, Jay? Welcome. Okay, y'all, we got another trivia question on deck. Let's see what's next. What does OZT stand for? Do y'all remember?
Ozempic, what? No.
Wasn't it Operation Zero Tolerance, right?
Absolutely. Operation Zero Tolerance. Hold on. I should have been using my little things, y'all. I'm trying
to say, don't you guys don't sound? Okay.
I forget. You know, I'd be so excited in the moment. Okay. And nobody might care about this. I care about this. So I threw this slide in here because, like I said, Gambit is bae forever. Okay. Y'all, is he gone forever? Is he really gone forever? Or can Cable do some stuff again? I mean, we saw the end, summer in the past, summer in the future. Can we meet in the middle and get Gambit back? Kay, I'm starting with you. What do you think?
I mean, the Apocalypse looked like he was thinking about something, you know. He didn't pick it up for no reason. That was an Easter egg for something.
Oh, okay. Lawrence, what say you?
Yeah, well, Gambit is not gone forever. He's going to be reborn, basically, but it's not going to be the Gambit that we all know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a part of Apocalypse 4 Horsemen, and it's about to go down.
Lord.
Yeah.
I agree with Lawrence on this one.
Okay, Monique. You too, Tamika. Y'all
more than me.
Yeah, I agree. And you know,
I'm scared. I don't want Gambit ruined forever.
Get Jesus on the main line.
Jesus on the main line.
I'm hoping then maybe, you know, can there be a redemption arc? I have not read the comics, so I have no clue, but maybe there's still hope. As long as he's back in the land of the living, I just want to see my Gambit. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, next question in X-Men'97 trivia. In Remember It, in that episode, which island nation is preparing to join the UN?
Iron Nation. Hmm.
What nation is it, chat? Do you know?
Is it Genosha?
Geno?
It
I could say
is
G.
Yeah, I feel like
Genosha.
I'm slow.
I
I'm
could
like,
say
wait a minute.
I could say OSHA.
Absolutely. It's
Got the G.
Genosha. Okay, let's see. Gambit as Apocalypse's servant. Okay, okay.
Not bad Gambit Streets need to.
I think Magneto was really just honoring Charles. I think he was trying to, right? Until the humans always get out of control, and he's always got to take it to another. Support Gaming 2024 says, you think Cyclops and Jean will get a chance to raise Nathan? We're going to get to that in the end, but if y'all want to chime in on that one, because I do think that that's a relevant question, and I've read a lot of fan theories about it. Do you guys think Cyclops will get a chance and Jean will get a chance to raise Nathan?
Um,
Anybody?
don't
What y'all think?
well, Bastion did call Cyclops a deadbeat father, so I don't know. He might be able to fix it or something.
What you think, Lawrence?
I could see the writers, repairing the arc for Jean Grey, Cyclops, and the son. Can't think of the son's name right now. But yeah, I can see them repairing that.
Nathan?
Nathan, yes. I can see them repairing that next season for sure.
Okay, and that's the fan theories that I've heard. Basically,
I
that
can see that
since we saw them go to the future and Nathan was there, they are going to get the opportunity to raise him now.
Second chance, another chance.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not Jay.
That's what I said.
My Gambit. Streets need a body. Listen, I stand Gambit. Oh goodness, he's definitely gonna be okay. The Four Horsemen. Okay,
Yeah.
Gambit is
Yeah.
okay. Man. All right, y'all. Let's get back. All right. What did you think of Bastion as a villain? To me, I'm just gonna say it. He kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, who this man playing this 50s, 60s music, giving Magneto a shave? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, he's weird, he's got powers, but he's fighting again. Tamika, what did you think of Bastion as a villain? What did you think of his character?
Yeah, he had a lot going on. But I thought he was a good villain. Like that's why I really do give the writing credit, because even when it was the ones that was the villains and you just want them to go ahead and wipe them out, okay, and stop playing around, get rid of them, you still can kind of see like, okay, I do get why you doing this, but you still got to go. You do have an understanding of it to a certain degree. So I thought he was good.
Okay.
Sorry,
What about you?
I was like you, Ashley. Like, where did he come from? But between him and Sinister, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. It was like a little tag team there for a second. So it was a lot going on. But he was good.
Okay.
Especially when he took off Nathan's arm.
Oh man, beat him with
slapped him with it. Slapped him with it. I was like, yo.
And then called the arm into order and said, make me some like metal bat wings. I was like, you cannot be serious.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Lawrence, what did you think of Bastion?
Yeah, I mean, I love Bastion as a villain. I mean, he is a self-hating villain, right? We know the history when it comes to him and his mother. He said he didn't want to be born this way. He never really, truly loved himself. So maybe Bastion can get into some therapy.
Yeah, he needs some help. Kay, your thoughts on Bastion?
Bastion is a spoiled little colonizer. Okay, it's giving white privilege. It's like, oh, woe is me, and since I can't be a part of your group over there, I just want to destroy everybody. What? Yeah. Just because you can.
That's the comment that had me cracking up.
Literally had no real reason other than he thought that the X-Men turned him down, and when he should be blaming his mom.
His mom, his lion man.
Yeah,
right. Lies.
Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all. All right. Who shows up to offer the X-Men aid in the episode Bright Eyes? Chat, feel free. Also, chat, be sure you're liking, you're commenting, you're doing all the things so we can get this live out. And don't forget to vote in the poll. But the question is, who shows up to offer the X-Men aid in Bright Eyes?
What episode was that?
Yeah, who was in there? I'm trying to remember.
Bright Eyes, I believe, is the Genosha episode, episode 5, right? Where the whole everything goes bad.
Man,
somebody put it in the chat.
It's been a minute.
Okay, yeah, I keep on wasn't too sure if I was right. Okay.
Again, yeah, he tried. Yeah, Nathan, aka Cable, he tried. He just was a little too late. Made it a little too late. So, we've gone from outer space, back to the mainland. Professor X said, I have to see about my X-Men. Everything's crumbling. And what I'm going to have to do, because Magneto's off the chain, I'm going to have to get in his mind. I'm going to control him. And they're like, but wait, Professor X, because if you do that, you guys both can have a break, right? Did he do the right thing? I am going to start with you, Kay. Did Professor X do the right thing at the end of the day?
I mean, we don't know what the outcome have been if Magneto was still doing what he was supposed to do. I mean, he'd already did the worst to Wolverine. I mean, what else could he do after that? I would have liked to see Magneto carry out his plan. So, I mean, Charles, you was letting him run the school while you was over there trying to get married to the little alien girl. So you could have just let him do what he was doing.
I'm like, why are you trying to infiltrate the kingdom of outer space, sir? Go home, Roger. Okay, Lawrence. Did Professor X do the right thing?
By what? Stopping Magneto and going to his mind, right?
Yeah, by controlling him right in his mind. Because Professor X, I know back in the day, said that's not something anyone should do, right? He would always advise Jean against it. I have the ability to control one's mind, but we never want to do that.
We saw the trauma between Magneto's, the trauma that is inside of his head, right? From his upbringing with his parents being trapped in those concentration camps, and he never truly forgot about that, right? And by him going to the mind, talking about Professor X, is going to set up what I believe another villain by the name of Onslaught, who is basically a psychic being who is a combination of Professor X and Magneto. So we will see that in the next season, but I think Professor X did the right thing, because if not, Magneto was going to turn the world upside down completely.
Literally. What do you think, Monique? Did Professor X do the right thing?
That's a good question. I don't really know if he
I guess
did the right thing.
TBD, right? Well, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was bold for him to do that. He was crawling up to Magneto. I thought it was bold as heck to do it. And at one point, while he was in there, Magneto lost his self. He didn't know who he was. So that was like, oops. Like, do you take it too far? It was risky. Yeah, that's for sure.
What about you, Tamika? What did you think? Do you think he did the right thing?
At that point, everything was getting buck wild. Wolverine was all ripped to shreds. So I felt like, we have to up it up, because it wasn't which way was it gonna go from that point. But Charles was irking my nerves at the same time too.
That's why I say I have a love-hate relationship with him as well.
I mean, if I can be honest, I will say this. Something had to happen, right? We needed intervention, because these creatures, whatever that Sinister and Bastion came up with, I was like, how are we going to win? how are we
Yeah.
going to beat them? It's
Yes.
like they just would stick their arms back on. I mean, it was like, all right, I guess we can't be defeated. So something needs to happen. But I guess for me, I'm thinking because Charles, for all these years, has been such a man of character and doing the right thing and having integrity, and following his rules, right? To see him break that, I was like, oh, what lasting effects is this going to have on him? But I guess, we shall see, honey. We shall see. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Okay. John Watson says the best slap was when Beast took the Sentinel's hand and slapped him with it. Listen, there was
Yes.
I laughed,
Very.
I cried, all of the things. Okay. Bastion definitely was on some take my ball and go home. Absolutely. Hey, Nita the Diva. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, even though I know the reason why Xavier left Earth, the writing made it seem like he left just to get laid. Do you agree?
Right. I'm like, you over here chilling, about to get married. What is going on?
Okay.
What do you think, Monique? Did he leave
Yeah.
Earth just to get laid? Like, what do you think
That's
that
what
was?
it seemed like. And he was up walking. Was he walking over there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just the strutting, and the sister wasn't having it, and it was just like, what about your X-Men? And you left it with Magneto, who has a love-hate relationship. Y'all like brothers, like for real, like love
Yeah.
made them, and you just
I did like seeing Gladiator though. I was kind of like, ooh, I'd like to explore
yeah,
Gladiator more. I'd like to see him more. What about you, Lawrence?
yeah, it
Do
was
you
good.
think the writing made it seem like he just like X just left to get some coot nanny? Is that what you felt?
Mm-hmm.
I
Go
mean,
ahead and admit it.
I mean, Charles said, "Listen, I've been doing this thing, man, 30 plus years, man. It's time for me. I gotta have my own life."
That's what
That's
he
what
said.
Charles
Found
said.
some me time.
Yeah, I need some me time. Like I've been fighting this battle, good versus evil. I've been fighting Magnus. And the one thing about Charles Xavier, he's always going to beg Magneto to stop. And he always says, "For the love of God, Magnus, don't do this." That's how Charles is. So he was up there with his Shi'ar queen, living the life. That's how Charles is rolling.
Honey, living his best life, taking
He
the
wasn't
elders.
even rolling over there. He was literally walking.
I mean,
Strutting.
walking. Yeah.
I know when he took him to the schoolhouse, right? He said, "What am I doing? I'm not even using my best powers. Let me sit y'all down and teach you some stuff." And I was like,
Right.
Charles, like, come on. But I mean, Charles was sick of raising kids. He's been
Yep.
raising kids forever. You're right. I think I agree. He needed a break. Kay, what say you?
I'm trying to think in my mind where he thought that everything was gonna be fine when he left. Like he know good and hell well Cyclops do not like Magneto, and he said, "Go
Okay.
ahead and take over." And he like you knew that was not going to work. Logan don't like Cyclops. Cyclops don't like Magneto. Gambit like Rogue. Magneto like Rogue. Gambit don't like Magneto. Charles was being messy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Being messy. And can we talk about that a little bit, y'all? I know I don't even have a slide for it, but Magneto and Rogue, child. That's probably something I never needed to see in my whole life. Like, I never, ever, ever needed to see that. What did y'all think? I'm gonna start with UK. What did you think about "I can touch you, so let's be together"? It came across as Magneto might have been a predator in Rogue's younger years. I didn't like the backstory. I my mother introduced
Yeah.
us, and one thing led to another, and next thing I was busting it wide open because I could touch him and I wouldn't drain his power. Sorry, Kay, go ahead. What do you
That's not a good enough reason to date somebody. I mean,
Right.
what else though? Like your mother kind of set you up to be in his, vicinity. You don't. That's the only
Those
reason
was
you like him.
groomed.
Was so maybe you could get laid too. I don't know. But she knew she didn't love that man.
Not even a little bit,
Mm-mm.
Lawrence. What
Yeah.
you got?
Like you said, it was a lot of predator behavior, and maybe Rogue got a thing for older men. I mean, every time I look on the shade room, that's what I see. I see Drea you know, I ain't want to go there. My bad. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. My bad. I ain't want to go on that
Not
topic.
the shade.
We'll say that for another time. But yeah, Rogue. Yeah, like you said, it's kind of Predator vibes for sure.
Monique, what you think?
It's giving grooming. Not how young kids get groomed to be set up to be. It's giving like Marcus Houston. We did say.
Yeah, another one.
Well,
yes, I said it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
When she was just 15 and they've been married for 3 years, I said, "Huh?
Right.
How sway? How we do that? Okay. Tamika, what say you, Tamika? What say?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with the panel. I'm not gonna lie. When that part of the story came up, I was like, "What?" It kind of made me cringe. And I know we've been talking about how good the writing is. I was like, "Did they go there on purpose?" Because I mean, they do talk about a lot of issues, and did we want to just make a point? Because that does happen in real life. But I was like, "Your mama brought you where, and what happened?" Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Okay, come on, Jay. That sister was a serious blocker with her hating A. Lord, I mean, she said he ain't built for this life. Get X out of here. Send him back. He's a Terran. She said, and the one lady said, and he's a lower caste Terran too, because he's a mutant. Like he's the bottom of the bottom. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Racism knows no bounds, even in the mutant universe. Okay, John Watson, y'all saw Magneto's kids during the mind trip, including Polaris. Did y'all see that?
I thought I had to go back. I thought I could have sworn that was them in his mind, but I wasn't sure. 100% sure.
I have to watch that again.
You got to go back and
watch that part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember he left Earth because he was, but now he's all better back on Earth. Yeah, with his same plaid blanket. I said, okay, Professor X. Who knew Rogue liked older men? Well, she and Gambit been playing at it all these years. We know they couldn't touch, but that was fine. He said, listen, Cher, listen, Mon Ami. Like, that's enough for me, Rogue. You just being in my presence is all I need. I said, well, Gambit's a good man. What were you going to say, Lawrence?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Funny thing is, I don't remember Rogue liking Magneto at all in the old show. Do y'all remember that?
It's been so long. Like I'm about to go back and watch. I have to go back and watch those seasons, but it's been so long. He may be right, or whoever commented, they may be right about that.
You know what I was thinking we were going to see, especially since we did get to see some of the other Avengers. I thought we were going to see Captain Marvel because I was late. I was a grown whole woman when I saw Rogue and Captain Marvel into it in those fight scenes. And I mean, that probably would have added drama, but I actually would have been here for any of that kind of action. But yeah, let's see. Okay, but he still stayed though and did. They had a history in the comics. Okay.
That's what I say. I think the comics. That's what I say. I don't know about.
Really,
can't remember.
Really. So y'all saying if y'all couldn't touch anybody else, y'all gonna give the one person you can tuck a chance? I don't know. I think she and Gambit had a love that transcended touch. You know what I mean? And then when she kissed him and touched him, it still wasn't good because she said, I'm going back to my man. It was just too late.
Right.
In the comics, it was Wolverine and Rogue, but he was more of a big brother. Okay.
I know Rogue and Nightcrawler, they was kind of like siblings.
Yeah. Mystique no, she wrong. Because I said, were they going to dig her up from somewhere? I thought her. I do like Mystique's character, but I didn't know she was such a terrible mother. I didn't remember that part. Maybe I blocked it out. So Wolverine can't date nobody, buddy. Like
Wolverine don't want nobody but Jean. He only want nobody else but Jean.
That's all he wants, Jean Grey. You're right.
Yeah, Jean.
Why didn't you get the clone, Wolverine? Same.
Madeline Pryor.
Wolverine said he wanted a real thing. He said, screw Scott Summers, screw Cyclops.
Right.
I
Nobody
mean,
won't
you
matter.
got Wolverine in there helping deliver babies. Like, I was like, okay, guys.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I think Wolverine is single by choice. He's pining away for Jane. He can't even help it. I
Yeah.
mean, Rogue could touch Gambit if she wore those collars and weakened mutant abilities. And apparently when they had their little gloves on. Oh my goodness gracious. Imagine we get Morph versus Mystique. Ooh.
Mm,
Mm.
Were y'all surprised to see Morph? Morph Bishop too, I'll say. Were you surprised? And Forge. Were you guys excited or surprised to see those three characters? I'll start with UK. Were you surprised to see them make an appearance? Or could you done without
the other two? I could have done without Forge. I can't. I'm sorry. I do not like Forge. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you sticking around so long? And why did you follow her back to the Xavier school? Why are you here, Forge? I don't know. Somebody else, because somebody, I don't know.
He wants some of that
Forge
chocolate.
he
That's
just don't
why he
sit right
followed
with
her
me.
back.
He don't
I
sit
think,
right
I
with
think
me.
you don't like Forge Jerry curl. Is that what it is?
Not Jerry Curl.
You know, it's like little curl right there at the top.
Yeah.
It was, if it wasn't for him, Storm wouldn't have lost her powers in the first place. I'm like, you the one caused them to build that weapon that they shot her with. So what?
True.
You need to just take your L and go sit down. Why are you still
Mm.
here?
Mm-mm.
maybe to give Storm a little love action. You know what I mean? Maybe they
That's
felt
what T'Challa is for.
Yeah,
like daddy up there.
Okay.
yeah, they
Lord, fix it, Jesus. Okay, Lawrence, what did you think? Were you excited to see the reemergence of these characters this season?
Yeah. So you said Forge and who else?
Morph and
and
Bishop.
Bishop.
Yeah, I think the way they set it up, they want to bright those three characters. They want to bring those guys into the forefront of the series. I kind of feel like back in 97, those guys were background characters, right? But we even saw in the first episode, I can't think of my guy right now. What's the black guy? I'm looking at him.
Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop was, he was in the first episode, but then Bishop, I don't know if y'all noticed, he disappeared for a long time in a lot of episodes, even though they claimed that they're going to move him to the forefront. But I think what they're getting ready to do for Bishop, they're going to set him up in a bigger role in season 2. We saw what happened at the end. But yeah, I really think that was a part of the writers' thing to do, is to bring those three characters to the forefront and make them in the main part of the X-Men.
Okay. Well, I mean, it'll be interesting. Morph to me isn't, I don't know. I don't really care, right, about Morph. I thought, okay, Forge, he's temporary for Storm this season to get her through. And I'm excited to see Bishop. I would have loved to see more of what Bishop could really do. I think the only time we really got to see him active was when they were rescuing Roberto, right? In the first episode. So John says in X-Men Reborn, the comic book, they talk about Rogue and Magneto's relationship when she was a member of the Brotherhood. Rogue was a straight up villain in the comics.
Yep.
Lord.
That boy Magneto turned Rogue out. That's why.
Her man.
Monique, what did you think about these three characters popping up this season? Were you moved? Were you excited?
Like Kay said, I wasn't really moved by Ford, even though he helped my girl out, even though he caused it, but he helped out, I think. And Bishop, like, we barely even saw him. So like Lauren said, it's definitely a setup for him for season 2. And Morph, I like Morph, so it's always a good sign. Because he kind of tricked me sometimes when they was in battle. He was tricking me. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I'm like, oh, that's Morph. Like, too much.
Morph was acting. I'd be like, Morph, leave people alone, messing with everybody. Right. So what about you? Were you happy to see these three characters?
As far as Forge, I pretty much agree with what y'all was saying. I mean, that's the least he could do is help out after, Pause and stuff. And Bishop, set up, I definitely could see that. And I'm curious and want to see what more he gonna be doing as far as season 2. But Morph, I said, well, Morph kind of disappeared in the original series, never to be seen again. And Rogue did call that out when she chose to go with Magneto. She put them on the spot. So I wasn't mad at him being there. I was like, yeah, because one day it was just like he gone and that was that. It was like he ain't coming back.
never to be seen again until we saw him again. Okay, Jay says, looking forward to T'Challa and Storm. I hope they go there next season. That'd be beautiful to see.
Me
And
too.
can I just take a daggone moment for Storm? To me, she gave everything I needed. I loved her design. Like I loved both Storms, the pre losing her powers, the after, she had come to her full awareness and, embraced everything about her. She gave everything. If we get another live action X-Men, I need them to model this Rogue. Okay. I don't want another Halle Berry Rogue. I'm sorry. I love you, Halle.
Storm.
Or Storm, you know what I mean? But I don't want to see that again. I don't.
Yeah, you're not. The next iteration of Storm will be a dark skinned woman. They have a couple actresses. Right now, the number one actress that they're kind of looking at, it's a lot of rumors right now, is DeWanda Wise. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Underground. Loved her.
Yes.
Yeah. So it could potentially be her. There's another woman, which is my favorite, I think. If DeWanda doesn't get it, her name is Deborah Oriende, I think. She was, I forgot what she was in. Okay. Another gorgeous chocolate queen. I think either one of them could get Storm, and it would be incredible.
Oh, I love it. I'm here for all of this talk. Yeah, give us that. Okay, y'all. Let's see what is next on the thing. We went off slides a little bit. I don't have that many more though. So, okay, I went to Collider, y'all, and word on the street is season 1 won't be the last. The second season has already been confirmed and will be arriving on Disney Plus at a later date. They're already working on the next season with production on it starting way back in September 2023. So y'all, did they know that they had a hit on their hands? Did they know that this was going to be epic? I'll start with UK. What?
Oh yeah, it's already written. It's already written. Our man that wrote this, after they kind of fired him after they got what they needed from him. So
and did.
The second season is already written.
How far in advance do you think he wrote? Like, how far do you think he wrote the story out?
I think at least the first 2 seasons. So I don't know what they're gonna do after that. Get aboard a petition that so we can get the season.
Right,
3.
that's like.
Tamika, what about you? Did you think they were just that confident knowing that they had written a hit with this?
Yeah, I feel like they knew with this one. They knew, you knew, I knew, we know. Yes, definitely. Listen, I don't know, but whatever y'all got to do, I'm still saying get this writer back.
Get them back. Get Bo DeMaio back. Okay, Lawrence, did you answer this already? No, you didn't answer this.
No, he didn't.
But yeah, like she said, they have been already writing season 2, and I think it's already done. But they already knew it was going to be big. I'm gonna tell you why. We have not seen the X-Men since back in the day. That was when we had X-Men, Days of Future Past, guys like that, right? So we have been waiting, talking about live action, right? That's as far as people being in movies. So we have been waiting for a long time for anything X-Men related, period. We know that the movies are coming in 2026, 27, 28, later on down the pipeline. So this right here was a good teaser, but man, when we get to that live action, so they already knew what they was doing. Marvel already had this thing planned out. They knew that this was going to be a hit from the jump.
We needed this. And I'll say this, I'll give it up to Marvel for their animated series lately, especially compared to the live actions, because these last couple live actions, I couldn't even get through them. Marvels. Yeah, I couldn't do it. But but I'm excited to see that. I think we're heading to greener pastures. What about you, Monique? You say, listen, you knew this was going to be a hit. We were going to get a second season.
I was hoping it would be a hit, and if they already was into the second season, they knew. So they knew what they had on their hands, and it was like I could see this being a hit because it's nostalgia, and we haven't, like you said, we haven't seen X-Men in a long time. So it's like for the older generation and the newer generation, you bring it into the new generation as well. So it's like they're gonna have the best of both worlds with this X-Men 97. So
Lord have mercy. Now, support gaming, I'm going to need you just to cut it out because there will be heck to pay the piper. What do y'all think about this comment? Kay, what you think? What is
Support gaming 2024. I'm gonna need you to log off right now.
Because
You don't support like the troll.
we're not
We ain't
gentrifying
doing that.
Log off. Think about what you just typed and come back on. Then we
because
might
we
let
will
you back
ride at
in.
dawn.
you're not going to dignify this with a response? They wouldn't dare. They just know they couldn't do that. Ooh, Lord. Okay. Jay says, I saw Janelle Monáe for Storm.
I saw that too.
Yeah, I saw that too, but
I saw that, but I was like, no.
yeah, it's a big no from me. I can see them going with her because of bigger name. Like her name is bigger than the other two actresses that I mentioned, but
I don't want to go with a big name. I want to go with someone that's
Marvel
up and coming.
9 times out of 10, they always get their casting right. So I think they're going to take their time with Storm because they gotta set this Storm character up for at least another 5 X-Men type movies. So she kind of got to be young, but she can't be too old at the same time. But
it's got to be like what 10 or 15 years, right? She's got to have a good 10 or 15 years to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
age well.
Yeah, in the Marvel universe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said it don't crack. It don't crack. Okay.
Oh yeah, he right. Black don't crack. He right.
That's true.
Jay said we need to keep cartoons, no live action. Stick to the basics that made us. Listen, I love a live action. When it's done right, a live action is so amazing.
Right.
But I think it is harder, right? I think it is more challenging.
It's challenging.
I don't know why you can't see the others. I'm sorry. Okay. What about a solo movie for Cable or Bishop? What you think, Tamika? What about a solo movie for either one of them? Would you be into
it? I don't know. It's going to be a TV movie?
It could be like one of those Marvel shows that be like
right. Yeah, I don't know about go to the theater. It depends on what the story is.
Okay. What about you, Monique? What you think? Would you be into it? A solo movie or series, like an 8 episode, like they did. I love Luke Cage, so I'm here.
I could see Bishop. Cable already got his thing going on with his parents.
Kay, what now? What?
Cable got teen angst and he's like 47 years old. No. He all hostile and resentful and stuff. I'm not gonna watch 8 episodes of you being mad at your daddy. He is not a deadbeat. You had a disease, okay? What you want him to do? Let you die? Why you mad?
A techno virus.
He was trying to save your life, and he all hostile and resentful and stuff. No.
What about Bishop?
If they gave it the right actor. Yep. And they put it in the right environment. Right. If they gave it a good story, it could work.
Yep. That's why I said I could see Bishop and not Cable because he already got it going on with his parents. So he don't need a solo.
What about you, sir? What say you?
I mean, if we're being honest, both of those characters are D+ characters, if we're being honest, right? And I love Bishop, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather see him with a 8-episode Disney Plus series if they would ever to do something like that. I can't see it happening, but a Disney Plus series would be good for him if they would to go that way, or they could team up him and Cable because both of them are time traveling type mutants. Maybe you could add 1 or 2 more characters and you could focus on time travel. I could see that happening.
Yeah, that could be neat. Okay, let's see. Okay, Itachi. Itachi, who all believes is Kang in the past when they helped Apocalypse? Anybody want to tackle that?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Because there is an Egyptian variant of Kang.
Yep. True.
There absolutely is. Were y'all shocked to see Apocalypse? Were y'all like Ed Suma or whatever his name is?
I was expecting to see him at some point.
Okay.
It's like a yes and no. Like, oh, okay.
What about you, Tamika? Were you surprised to see Apocalypse? Well, we saw Admin Sue, whatever he was before he was Apocalypse, and then we see Apocalypse.
Yeah, at first I was like, who's this guy? But once we start seeing like the little lipstick line and everything. I was like, oh, okay. And that jawline. I was like, all right, Apocalypse. I'll
Okay,
see
let's
what's up. Yeah, but
see.
support I can't. He said Cable looks 70.
Well,
Sword Gaming says Marvel works better when it's animated too. Live action, they can't pull off certain things. And Cable looks way older than 40. That's the comment you just saw. Oh my goodness. How old T'Challa though? Because T'Chaka still Black Panther. That's what I said. I said, where are we in time?
Yeah.
Because King T'Chaka is still
Yeah.
on the throne. Where
Mhm.
were we during this series, guys? Were we in an alternate, like I know they don't call it a multiverse on the X-Men side, but where were we? Does anyone want to let me know?
Well, when it comes to T'Chaka, it wasn't supposed to necessarily be him. There's a lot of controversy right now on Twitter with the
Mhm.
recast T'Challa movement. A lot of
mhm.
fans are upset because they thought it was going to be T'Challa in this timeline and not his father, right? So Bo DeMayo spoke about it on Twitter. He was like, "Well, I can't really say why they decided to make that decision. But like I said, a lot of fans are currently outraged because they wanted it to be T'Challa. Because a lot of people feel, and I feel this way too, that T'Challa, is currently being erased a lot from Marvel when it comes to animation, when it comes to the movies, you know,
I
um,
agree.
with the TV. So yeah, it was supposed to have been T'Challa, to be honest.
Man, so they just doing stuff, doing whatever they want to do. Okay,
But
that
but I
puts it a
think
little.
I think Marvel has heard the complaints, especially after yesterday. Oh my god, it was a bloodbath. They was going at both the Mayo, Kevin Feige got a lot of work to do. I think everybody, fans that are watching your channel, the women on the panel, I think we all will want to see the Black Panther carry on. Just because Chadwick passed doesn't mean that the Black Panther should pass with him as well. So like if
I
Spider
agree.
Man,
Man,
um, the guy who's playing Spider Man, I can't think of his name, not Tobey Maguire,
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. So God forbid, if Tom Holland dies tomorrow, right? Does that mean that Spider Man dies as well? No,
no,
Marvel's not
people
going
No.
to do
get
that.
recast. Yeah.
Marvel will say next week, we got casting calls in LA next week for the new Spider Man.
Yeah. And I was really upset. Well, kind of sad. And I wasn't surprised, I'll say, but I was saddened because I saw the petitions, right? The recast T'Challa. And Disney came out and made a statement. It was like, no, it's not happening. Listen, we're
I
just
understand people were still hurt. I was still hurt. In my opinion, there's a multiverse. We can see T'Challa in a different verse. 616.
I
Yep,
We got
agree.
baby T'Challa
yep.
because there's a multi. We can see T'Challa in a different version of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Wait, did it
Yep.
in what if Loki can be if there can be 1,000 Lokis, right? And if they can do what if with these alternate realities, which is amazing series, guys. If you haven't watched it, there in the chat.
Yeah.
What if I love that series, but yeah, there was so much potential. It's just because they didn't want to, is what it boils down to. What you think, Tamika?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely. I
scared
agree
to.
with y'all. Because at first that's who I thought it was. And then when I was like, oh, Lord, are we really doing this? Like, we know he's supposed to be around during this time. So, I understand. Listen, I love me some Chadwick. Okay, I used to say that was my husband in my head. Great actor, loved him as Black Panther, and I get that. These are friends and family and everything like that. Much respect, but we do have the multiverse. It's like use it. You can do anything you want to. You can take it anywhere you want to with that, and so I don't see why not. Because I love the cameos part too, and everybody we were seeing, and I was like, oh, okay, it's a child. Like yes, and then it was like, oh no.
Oh no. I know seeing Peter Parker, I was like, okay, with
Yeah.
what is her name? What's his woman's name?
Mary Jane.
Mary
Mary
J.
Mary Jane.
Jane.
And I was like, oh, look at them looking at the news report. I think that was really cool to see. What about you, Monique? What did you think about that?
Um. Mm, I feel the same like everyone else.
Okay.
I'm in agreement.
Okay, Jay says was excited to see Alpha Flight in Cloak and Dagger. Listen, I was excited to see Emma Stone. I was is that her name Emma
Frost,
Stone?
Emma Frost.
And
Emma
that's
Frost.
That's one of my other favorites right there.
Yeah, I
Yes,
was
girl
Emma
Emma.
like,
Frost.
Emma. I'm calling her Emma Stone, like the actress. Okay, yeah. But I love that. I was like, go ahead, girl. She's like, I don't break under pressure. I was like, that's
I
right,
know that's
sis.
right.
Come on. I heard they're working on season 3. Okay. We're in the 90s universe. All
Who is
right.
they? Who is the they that's working on the season
Right,
Who,
because
who
dude,
is
that's
who is they? Sway? Who is they?
If it ain't our guy, then I need them to not do that.
I mean, this was a masterpiece. He did his big one. I mean, who else thinks the reason we didn't see Wolverine or Morph is that they're already in Apocalypse hands about to be horsemen? You're right, because we do see the list here, and let me just pull it up right now. That was my next slide anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
along with Gambit.
Yeah, well, everyone
Junior.
else is so Nate or Jean and Cyclops are in the future, right? Rogue, I forget what the Rogue, Nightcrawler, whoever is in the past, right? And so, yeah, Wolverine and Morph aren't accounted for right now. Where do you think you guys know where they are? Okay, where do you think they are?
I mean, who said that they not at the house? They not at
Oh,
the house?
okay, I
Okay.
mean, they could be. I'm looking at
Wolverine
Forge.
is still in recovery.
Yes, that's presumed gone. So we don't know, but
The way that Cyclops said, "Do what you do best, Wolvie, and heal," but I'm thinking he ripped
yeah.
that adamantium out. It was over. What do you think? What do you think, Lawrence?
Yeah, I can't remember all of. Maybe somebody in the chat, they probably know this, but I just can't remember who was the other three people that were a part of Apocalypse, Four Horsemen. I can't remember who, but that's where they're going. That's where they're going. And it's going to be up to Bishop and Forge to basically form this new team.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when did Psylocke join Alpha Flight, though? Y'all, that's above my head. That's above my pay grade. Kay, Lawrence, Tamika, Monique.
I don't know,
I
but
don't
I
remember.
did
I
see
ain't
her
lie to
there. I
you.
don't
I
know how
don't
she got there,
remember.
but I seen her.
I said, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know why, but she was there. Speaking on the Storm T'Challa relationship, Ryan Coogler is rumored to be directing X-Men live action following the Black Panther 3 announcement. What you
Hmm.
say, Lawrence? What?
Say
What you
what
think?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that we love Ryan. But he done killed enough black characters already. And not to mention he's already working on his movie with Michael B. Jordan. So you mean to tell me you're gonna take on Black Panther 3 with Shuri? You got a movie with Michael B. Jordan that you're doing right now, and you saying you're gonna take on the X-Men? Do you know the X-Men? The X-Men, just like Marvel, just like the Avengers, the X-Men universe is vast. Love him as an actor. I mean, as a director, but do not want to see him, God forbid, take on the X-Men. It can be a black person, don't get me wrong, but I just don't want it to be him because I feel like he has enough on his plate already.
Yeah.
And he might mail it in.
Right. And we don't want
Mhm.
Storm dying in the first movie because that's what. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
My bad. My bad, Ryan. Bad joke right
Hilarious.
now.
I have
My
faith
bad.
in him.
My bad.
I have faith in him.
You trust him? Okay.
Mhm.
You think he'll do the right thing?
I have faith.
I would need him to remove all Black Panther out his system before he can touch X-Men.
Okay. Okay. You heard it here first, people. They probably didn't want Black Panther as T'Challa to honor. And I just don't get it. Why not? Ryan in the past stated he wanted Storm to have a story in Wakanda. So could they merge it? Could they have Storm in the Black Panther 3?
They could, because I feel like
They could
little
introduce.
T'Challa will be grown up by then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you could introduce, which they kind of already gave us a boy version of T'Challa. So it would be amazing if Storm did somehow come at the end of Black Panther Panther 3, but there's already some leaks and rumors that it's looking like Doctor Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom could be coming at the end of Black Panther 3. So I don't know how they would merge Storm and Doctor Doom at the same time. They could do that at the same time. You have to worry about young T'Challa, or unless they end up getting a variant version, which I'm hoping they'll do, like we talked about earlier, from another multiverse whenever they do the recast, which I think is the best option on the table.
I do too. And that multiverse opens up a world of options.
Right.
May have just been there like Daredevil was Cloak and Dagger. Okay. Rogue's voice actor says she just finished season 2 voice for all episodes. Awesome.
Dang,
Kid
okay.
T'Challa is supposed to grow up fast due to the whole multiverse storyline.
Yeah, they'll time jump him basically.
Them not recasting was a big mistake. Love Chadwick Boseman, but there are a million Superman actors. Listen.
Oof.
Hey, we got Superman coming out 2025 next year also.
Yeah.
You liked the Marvels movie? I didn't, John Watson. Maybe it's
Say
just
what
me.
now?
Y'all liked the Marvels movie?
No.
I thought it was. I actually liked it too. I mean, it
Okay.
wasn't like.
I like the N.
Yes, it wasn't. It wasn't Infinity Saga Marvel, but I feel like it was a fun movie.
See, I liked Ms. Marvel the series. I was surprised that I would enjoy it. I liked the first, what is it, the Captain Marvel movie itself. For whatever reason, and I want the most for Monica Rambeau. Like, I want the most because I think her in WandaVision was incredible and had so much potential.
I agree.
I would like an 8-episode series.
I'm still
of
waiting.
her, right? But for whatever reason, it just didn't connect for me. Maybe I'll try again. Maybe I'll try watching it again. Didn't they name his son in Black Panther 2 T'Challa? Am I wrong?
Right. No, yeah, his name's T'Challa.
No, you're not wrong.
Spider-Man 98 coming? Okay. Facts, they definitely need to recast. That's what the people are saying. I don't know why they're not listening to the people. Storm's character is too synonymous with her race for them to race swap her. Listen.
Hey.
Cable is AWOL. Cable kind of had one with Deadpool. Okay, I'm ready to see Ghost Rider. Now listen, John Watson, you're on to something here, buddy.
Yes.
What'd he say?
Method Man is Bishop.
Make it.
He put his bid in.
I can see that.
I'd be there in the theater, front row.
Yes, honey.
Itachi's shoot. I'm not gonna do that. Wolverine, he gets his cause back by joining Apocalypse. Is he one of the Horsemen? The Wolverine? Man, if they make Wolverine War and Gambit Death, that's gonna be a problem. Now we're talking, and that brings us onto this slide anyway, guys. Let's get here. Predictions for the future and the past. Y'all like how I did that there? The future and the past. Okay, anyway. But
yeah, you tried.
You, Monique, do you have any predictions for the next season, for season 2? Any things that you would like to see happen in the show?
I definitely got to see my boy, see what happens to Wolverine and more definitely them because they was MIA. And see what's up with this. When they was in Egypt, it was in Sabah Noor. I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah,
he was up with that person because that threw me for a loop. Like, okay, and see who his mother Asak. I can't pronounce it. Askani, mother Askani. I want to see what that would go, and Apocalypse in Ocean in present day. I like to see what's about to go down.
Okay, what about you? What about you, Tamika? What predictions or things you'd like to see out of season 2 of X-Men '97?
I don't know that I have any predictions right now, but I definitely want to see what's going to be going down with these four horsemen. I want to know where everybody at. And wasn't it? I don't remember her name. I'm going blank, but she's Cable's sister, right? She's Jean and Scott's daughter. Was that his sister that raised him, or am I mixing it up? Um,
Say
I
that
want to know
again.
what's going on with that. And what Bishop and um Frog is gonna be doing because we know they gotta find out what's happening and what direction they gonna take them and what we gonna be getting from them as far as going into season two. And I'm expecting season two to be as good because we know that we definitely had this thing right up.
I would like to
and
see
that,
more
and that's
mutants. More mutants, definitely. That
More
plays the
music.
background. Yeah, more
Oh,
mutants to come to the forefront since our main are doing what they doing. So I like to see more of the background mutants come to the front. And I like to
okay.
see what's his name? Sunspot, Spotlight, Hot
Sun's
Spot. I don't know. I gave him.
4 names. Just that quick. Sound like
I
me.
would
I
like
was
to
like,
see more from him and Jubilee. See what they had.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and shout out to Jubilee because I did like that little ending where she did it. She's like, "Oh, you think I never heard that before? You think that's all I could do? It's put out pretty light. Sit down somewhere."
I know that's
I
right.
did
Yeah,
like that
I was like, oh, you go, girl.
Okay, Kay, I'm going to you. Predictions, hopes for the future and the past, right? X-Men 97 season 2. What we'll see in season 2, Kay? What do you want to see?
I know this is gonna be in far and left field,
Go
but
there.
seeing as Charles been out here getting busy, I need to see Legion.
His son.
Hmm. I need him to appear.
Ooh.
We don't talk enough about Legion. I would like for him to show up in the next season
It's the Omega
to shake the
level
table
mutant.
a little bit.
Okay, okay. Any other predictions? Okay, any other things you want to see?
I would like to see some of Wolverine's adversaries. Like I want to see uh
Mm.
Sabretooth and the
Mm,
other guy.
Ooh,
Mm.
that'd be good.
that's good.
That'd be
Okay.
That's good.
interesting.
Yeah, would be. Okay, Lawrence, it's down to you. What do you hope to see? And do you have any predictions for season 2?
I don't have any predictions. I just want to see how is Bishop and Forge going to recruit this new team to rescue the X-Men from the past. That's the biggest thing I want to see. And of course, the Four Horsemen as well. But those are two biggest things for me. I want to see more. I want to see more Storm. I want to see more Bishop. It's been a great season. Season 1, they can go on another 10 years with this right here. Well, maybe 5, maybe 5. But yeah, it's been a great season.
Okay, it absolutely has. And I was just looking at the little board here because I want to see who's up there, who they have. They have Archangels missing, presumed, gone. Scarlet Witch off world. I'm thinking we're going to see Scarlet Witch in season 2, which I'm here for. Let's see. Exodus is there. Quicksilver is off world. Shadowcat's here. We know where these people are, right? Or they, yeah. Colossus. I'd be interested in seeing Colossus. I'm just honestly hoping
Havoc.
they let that their Havoc. That'd be awesome. That they just let their imaginations run wild, right? I hope they just do their big one, go over the top, do what they did this season, right? Just do it a little bit better, and I will be here for that. You guys, this was so much fun, but we have one more thing to do.
Mhm.
One more piece of housekeeping. The poll results. Okay. And y'all remember the question was this X-Men 97 better than the original? And the people voted and they said 93% yes. X-Men 97 was better than the original. Do y'all second that emotion? Starting with UK, do you think that that's correct? Do you agree?
I think so. I think there was really good storytelling in this. I think this was made for the real X-Men nerds.
Mm.
Every little Easter egg, every little cameo, the way that they all of the X-Men were able to use their powers to the extent that we saw them using them. This was real fan service. This when we say fan service, this is what we mean right here.
Oh, definitely.
Do this. Do this. Okay, Lawrence, what about you?
She pretty much said everything that I was thinking. Like when she said real fans, like, and not only real fans, but just new fans in general, but especially the real fans, like the ones from back in the day, the OGs. This was the icing on the cake. The X-Men always talk about real life issues,
Mhm.
and we've always felt as a people, as a race of black people, that the mutants they're kind of like us, same as black people. So, yeah, this literation that they have right now, absolutely the best.
I love to hear that. What about you, Monique?
Yeah, I agree. I like this. This one 97 is yes, is better than the past. X-Men is definitely better than past. It's 2024 writing for to be 97, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I forgot it was 97 when you watching it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so somebody said page somebody. I'm like, who got a pager nowadays? But that's what made me like, oh yeah, it's 97. But yeah, this is good writing. Definitely for the older heads, X-Men fans, and some new ones. And I think this draw in some new generations, especially when they put the 92 on there, so they can go back and watch from the beginning. So it also brings a new generation. I think it's cool.
Yay. And Tamika, was this better than the first? What do you think?
Uh, yeah, I think they upgraded it. It's like, kind of what support was saying with his special place with the original one. But then they was like, we gotta upgrade you and bring it on up, to speed. And you do kind of feel like it's in current times, even though it's in
Right.
'97, but then you also feel like they're giving you that history. So it had the combination and they did a really excellent job on it, and definitely agree that I don't want to say old heads, the
Mature
those
group,
of us that's been around
mature
for a
group,
minute
mature.
can
Group.
enjoy it, and then a newer generation could come in and be able to enjoy it too. So yeah, kudos to
Absolutely.
them
I
for that.
agree. And Support Gaming says the original show was a special place within us all, but X-Men 97 is a worthy successor. And that's my two cents. I felt like it was almost a love letter, right, to the original. I felt like they handled it with care. They were respectful to the
Right.
original writers. And I thought it was beautiful. But now, y'all, I am going to give each of you the floor. Let the people know who you are, what's going on your channel, and all the things. And I'm going to start with you, Miss Tamika. And let me get my own self.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. My sweet perspective, it definitely has been fun. I think this is my first time on your channel, but unlike a lot of the other people that I've met over here in the YouTube streets, I actually met her on TikTok and then followed her over here on YouTube. So I love what you've been doing, and definitely happy to have been able to join y'all for this. For me, with my channel, if you're not familiar with me, I just do a little bit of everything. You come over there, you're gonna see every different kind of show and movie. I have like throwbacks, flashbacks, so you get a little old school, new school. I do self care, do what you should be watching, telling y'all the movies that's coming out for each month, and also like do like a movie night with the ladies, and I am covering The Shy. I do Love During Lockup, which is the only reality. I went down the rabbit hole with that one, y'all. And when Power Book 2, like I do all of the Power and House of Dragon, I'll be talking about that. So yeah, it's a lot. I don't even remember everything, but y'all come on over and check it out. It should be at least one thing that you like.
Please do, yo. Go check her out. Again, she does everything. She covers so much. And I love her self-care videos, honey. Get your life. And she goes live often. So if you love a live situation, head on over to Tamika's Den. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Next, let's bring up Lawrence from the Lawrence Report. Let the people know what you got going on, sir. Well, let me bring you up, actually. Take me off.
Yes. This right here is the Lawrence Report. And if you look on my channel, you see I do a lot of Marvel content. So please feel free to subscribe. I just wrapped up my content when it came to BMF. Currently talking about All American. I got a lot of movies I'm going to be talking about in the future. But Ashley, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to do this. This is my first time doing this. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. And yeah, feel free to give your boy a little subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. The channel is growing, and I'm grateful for everybody who decided to check your boy out. So, the Lawrence Report. Appreciate y'all.
And thank you for coming on. And please, y'all, go check out the Lawrence Report. His content is so good. He even covers some network shows. Like, he has the gamut, and he's a lot of content that you can catch up on, right? Because he's prolific out here in these streets doing the thing. Okay, Kay, I'm bringing you on the stage, ma'am, and bringing everybody else off. Let the people know what's going on.
Calling all horror fans, calling all comic book nerds. Please hop over to the fifth wall right here. Come on and subscribe. It's Halloween year round. We hit all the horror shows. We're horror movies, throwback movies, whatever comes out, we're covering it. We're also looking at Interview with the Vampire. A Quiet Place will be coming soon. We're going to cover that one. The Watchers is coming out soon. We're going to be covering that. We'll be covering House of the Dragon. We'll be covering From. We just did X-Men'97 as well. Give us some what you want to see with throwbacks. We also go back and look at underrated horror movies that came out in like early 2000s, 80s, and 90s. Halloween people, horror people, superhero people. This is where you want to be at. This is the nerd place.
I'm telling you, if you want the horror perspective, she is your girl. Go check her out. Follow her on all the things, honey, and get your life together, okay? Because like I say, we are not pigeonholed. Black folks are not monoliths. Like, we talk about all the things. You can find your place anywhere on these channels. And last but not least, my girl, Monique 69 Ways Johnson. Let the people know what's going on.
So I do reality TV and some scripted TV. Right now I'm working on episode 7 and 8 for Summer House, Martha Vineyard.
I love Summer House.
Good to know. It's a good show. So yeah, that should be dropping either late tonight or tomorrow morning, and as well as Interview with a Vampire, episode 1, season 2, episode 1. So I got to do that one. And this weekend, possibly the Never Ever Met, that's coming on. I'm not sure. That the next episode as well. What else? And this Forever Unsung, Chingy Unsung I'm supposed to do. Hopefully I should do it this weekend live. I don't know what time. But it's definitely gonna be this weekend. It depends on what everybody else got going on, because I don't want to be live with nobody else live.
Okay, y'all go follow Monique 69 Ways Johnson. If you want to get your whole life together, she's absolutely going to make you laugh. And y'all know, for me, Under the Bridge will be posted on the channel tonight, as well as Bridgerton season 3, episode 1. Because listen, we're never going to forget Bridgerton. Tomorrow at some time, I am doing a birthday live, y'all. It'll be before 2 p.m., I think, tomorrow. And I'm just going to hop on and we're going to chill out, maybe do some 90s movie trivia, something like that. I don't know yet, but something like that. And then on Saturday, don't forget, we review The Shy episode 2, and I am hosting. And then y'all know the schedule. Go to the community tab, hit the notification bell, subscribe to everybody that you saw up here, and have the most amazing night. Anybody want to say anything else in closing before we get on out of here?
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yes,
Y'all
thank you,
for
thank you,
coming.
thank you, and nice to meet y'all. I already know Monique, but
Nice to meet you, Lawrence. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you,
absolutely.
Ashley.
You're welcome. And I am going to put this little video on closing. And we thank y'all in the chat for coming in and showing out. We appreciate you so much. All the love, all the engagement. And we will see y'all in the next video.